Kevin Stefanski today talked about going with Dillon Gabriel as their starting quarterback.
With Dillon, he's unique and he's very mature, but also his college career was like no other in terms of experience. So he can lean on that experience in these situations, but he's not all rookies are the same in terms of their experience, whether they come in. We have some guys that were 20 years old when we first drafted them, right? And then you have some guys that have been in college for 6 seasons like Dillon, and you know, he's like Tom Callahan's son.
A Tommy Boy movie reference there. 6 years of college. You've been listening there to the media availability. The veterans seem to be on board and not. I mean, sometimes you can tell when they're not being, I don't want to say genuine, when they're forcing it. They seem to really be behind the move.
Yeah, they really do. From a man, Mason Graham, Carson Schlesinger, Myles Garrett, Joe Bitonio. You know, we talked to a number of players, and even Jim Schwartz and Bubba Ventrone talked about what they expect out of Dillon Gabriel, what they've seen out of Dillon Gabriel, right? A leader. Again, he's kind of the same player today as he was 4 or 5 years ago, as a person, as a character, as a leader. And so they do seem to really believe in what he is going to bring to the table. I do think, for Bitonio, for Garrett, there's a little bit more of we'll believe it when we see it on the field. They've been through a lot, right? For Bitonio, this is the first time ever, high school, college, or pros, that'll have a left-handed quarterback that'll be blocking for, and his 21st quarterback overall. So him and Joe Thomas have some notes to share about all the different quarterbacks. But there seems to be some genuine excitement and belief that Gabriel, this is, I believe, as Miles said today, this is his offense, and he acts like this is his offense.
All right. So what do you expect to look different offensively with the Browns?
I think what you're going to see a lot more of is the ball's going to get out of Dillon Gabriel's hand very, very fast. What we know about the Vikings' very creative defense is they like to bring pressure in a myriad of ways. They like to confuse everything. Cover 0 turns into cover 2 or cover 3, at the snap, those kind of things. But a lot of their secondary coverage is soft. So they're going to be playing off man or some type of off zone. And so I think you're going to see the ball get out of his hands relatively quickly. If it doesn't, the other thing you'll see a lot more of is some of the boot action, play action, rolls, short rolls, half rolls, things like that, just to take advantage of Dillon's ability to kind of move quickly. But it also gives him an opportunity to see the field a little bit better. Now, it limits the field a little bit. You're getting more half the field than you are the full field when you do some of those rollouts. But it also allows the Browns to kind of keep those defenders, off kind of balance if they're short rolling and moving the pocket or getting him on a boot action that really we haven't seen from the Browns offense this year. We didn't see it much last year with the 5 different quarterbacks. So I think you're going to see a little bit of a return back to the real original Kevin Stefanski offense, play action, boot, all of those kind of things.